B, you guys have a powerful force right now to harness. I say it's the horse of momentum. Get up on, ride it. You know, like don't ignore the momentum. It doesn't come along every day. And so when you see a team that's all working together, each doing their part to push it forward, what you want to do is get in there, A, and figure out what they're doing. So I'm sort of in here spying. And B, I want to encourage you guys, because when you move forward and the leadership starts to get into higher level ranks with Plexus, what happens is your influence, your belief, every part of you changes because you start to see what's possible. Do you guys know what visualization is? You want to know how I learned about this? It's from my friend Sarah, who wanted to go to convention wearing a blue dress to be a Sapphire ambassador. And I thought, how does that help anybody? Just picturing wearing a blue dress. I don't really get that. But it goes so deep, y'all. It goes to wearing that dress. What does that dress feel like? What do people think when they see you in that dress? What's the lighting like on the stage? Well, I just did a visualization with a team, and I said, I want you to close your eyes and just find that place that's so safe for you. Where do you go when you want to feel the most peaceful? And ironically, everyone visualized the beach, of course. Later on, I heard this. I said, what happens if you have no time constraints? Nobody's saying you have to be back here at this time, or you only have until this day. Complete freedom. And you don't have to think about your bank account. Complete freedom. And these people were a puddle of tears. They said, I've never allowed myself to go there. I think I opened a door of possibility. And so I'm going to ask each of you now to open that door of possibility, because so many of us think, well, that happens for her because she's willing to post every day. That happens for her because she knew the right people. And y'all, that's not true. It's not true. What happens for people is the direct result of the seeds that they plant. So I'm going to go ahead and let Sarah take over and share with you, because we talked today about what we would talk about tonight. And then maybe we'll leave a little bit of time for Q&A. And then we have 3 giveaways, which, by the way, I just gave away a bag of my Starfruit Guava Active, because if I get excited, I start doing dumb stuff. And so I got excited on the Zoom I was on. I was like, hey, everybody, let's give away a bag of this active. And I was like, why, Jen? Why? But anyhow, I don't regret it. I'm a giver. Sarah, tell them what you were sharing with me earlier.
I would love to, but I'm going to put Caitlin on the spot, because Jennifer maybe didn't tell you that the payment for me being here is that precious baby. Like, I just need to get my hands on that baby. Ah! So sweet. Okay, so my babies are now 16, 14, and 8, and we have reached the eye roll, the mom, you know, oh my gosh, the huffing and puffing. My 8-year-old still thinks I'm cool just at night when he wants to snuggle in bed with me. But 3 stinky boys in my house, and that baby is, I'm going to try to focus. So sweet. I am so excited to be here. I'm so honored. You guys gave me an excuse to wash my hair. I've been getting into the quarantine routine of not doing much of anything. So I'm all fresh. I'll probably go live on like 10 pages after this call. So thank you guys so much for having me. If you don't know, I've been around in Plexus for 10 years now. So I kind of feel like a grandma in Plexus, but I want you guys to just hear my heart on a few things, and kind of what I've learned. Things were tough lessons to learn the hard way. So first, congratulations for being here. Congratulations on an amazing month already. May, like April was literally one of my favorite months ever, and May is looking to be even better. So I want you to know right now, you are in the right place at the right time with the right company, with the right products, with the right compensation plan. You have the right leaders. It's like you are in the right place, and y'all rocked and rolled and got on this call. So congratulations. Give yourself a high five or a pat on the back or whatever social distancing you're practicing. And I want to talk to you about a few things. The first thing we can just check off the list. If any of you say, I can't hit my goals this month because I ran out of people to talk to, I just want to let you know that's not true, because 10 years in, I'm still signing brand new people up. Last month was great. This month is great. And I'm still finding new people to talk to after 10 years. So I'm pretty sure none of you have 10 years. So we're good. So there's still ways to expand your network. There's still ways to talk about people, to people, around people. We've got millions of people that we're surrounded by. So Remember, a no is just a no for now, and it might be a timing thing. And it took my own twin sister years to finally jump on board. So that's the first thing. But the main thing that I wanted to talk to you guys is something that I feel like we could train and train and train on IPA and how to reach out and give you the scripts and all the things. But if the backstory and the work of belief has not been addressed, we're not going to get anywhere. Okay, so that's one thing. If you've watched any of my videos or if you've been around for any amount of time, I'm kind of one of those roll your eye personal growth and development people. And I'm like that because I did not open my first book until I hit Emerald. And I'm going to share with you a quick little story about what happened. And then I'm going to show you a practical, some takeaway that I want you guys to practice. But we had full momentum when I first joined. I signed my mom, and then I signed my husband, and then one other person. And then my mom signed her hairdresser, who was also a pastor's wife. After a slow start of getting to silver in 7 months, because I did not know what I was doing or what I had. After Denise jumped on with my mom, we went silver, gold, senior gold, ruby, senior ruby, emerald in 9 months. Like we were like drinking the pink drink and sharing. And then at Emerald, I hit this wall. And I was like, what am I gonna do? Oh my gosh, who are these people? What do I say to them? I should be learning more about how to be a leader. Like all of these things just came to a screeching halt. And I want to share with you something that I learned. I did not have belief in myself as a leader. And I was like, okay, I've got to address this. So I am going to show you my magic scale. And all I did on a piece of paper was I drew a line, and you've got 0 and then 5 in the middle and then 10. And this is your belief scale. So you don't have to do it right now if you don't want to, but I want you guys to say, okay, this is going to be my belief scale. Now, when you are building a business or working plexus at whatever level you've decided you're going to set your goals and dreams and hopes on, I want you to know that this belief scale is going to apply to the company, to the products, to network marketing in general, to the compensation plan, and ourselves. Okay, 5 areas that I want you to think about this belief scale. Now, for me, when I joined, I immediately became a product of the product, and my belief went through the roof. So my product belief was like, bam, check marks, 10, 11, 11 plus. My scrubs are getting looser. I'm a nurse. Everybody at work wants to know what I'm doing. I feel great. My belief was amazing, but guess what? Then I had a husband who was like, I don't know about all this. What are those products? What are the ingredients? And it started to waver a little bit. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to just share and talk to more people. When my belief wavered at all in the products, I would just go look for a new story or add another story, you know, for myself. For guess what? I added the BioCleanse. Now my irritable bowel is doing amazing. And those were ways that I could deposit into my belief. So I want you guys, as I'm talking, to be thinking, where am I on the belief scale? 0, I have absolutely no belief in anything that you're talking about. A 10 is rock solid, unshakable, not going anywhere. I believe that I believe that I believe that this is good. So for products, you might be new to this, and you might be thinking, well, I don't really know a whole lot. I want you to know that there are testimony pages, there are team pages, there are your own customers and ambassadors that are on the product. Anytime that you can hear a story or a testimony of what our products do, it is going to help invest in your belief in what we have, okay? So products, easy. Company, I'm just here to tell you, this call's not long enough, and Jennifer didn't give me a time frame, but once I get going, sometimes I can get a little bit lengthy, and I want to keep it short and sweet. I just want you guys to know, I accidentally joined when somebody sent me some samples. I wanted the cheapest price. I didn't know what network marketing was. And after I realized what network marketing was, I panicked. And I started researching all the other companies and all the other compensation plans. And then I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus. I accidentally found the right one the first time. Okay? So take my belief, take my word for it. Our compensation plan is second to none. It's a hybrid, unilevel, you know, it's built specifically for us. There's not all these hoops that you have to jump through to get paid, okay? I just want you to trust. If you are one of those research personalities, you can go, you know, researched the all the different, the binaries and the this and matrix, you know, there's all kinds of different kinds, but I just want you to know and trust me that the compensation plan works. And if you need to build belief in that, I want you to just ask some of your team members what range their paycheck is, because this compensation plan is paying out in ways that are absolutely incredible. But this company does things right. And I am here to tell you that we are led from the top, the CEO and president, with integrity, with the most amazing servant leadership. I have seen other companies. I have watched family members and other people do other companies. And I just want you to know, we have the best of the best at Plexus. If you find yourself in a lower, you know, 0 to 5 with, I don't know about this Plexus, all you have to do is see where we are on the direct selling news global list. There's so many ways that we can build our belief in who we are. For the sake of time, I'm just going to say, trust me, I've been around the block and I've been doing this for 10 years, and Plexus is where it's at. I'm trying to get through this quickly because I want you guys to understand that when we get to the yourself, that's where I'm going to have a whole lot to say. What I'm going to say about network marketing is what happened to me when I hit Emerald. I was still trying to wrap my brain around the business model of what we have with network marketing. Now, I understood that I loved the products, and I understood that when I shared those products with people in my life, that compensation plan or that commission checks were showing up in my mailbox at the time. We got hard checks and took them to the bank and cashed them. My very first one, I asked my sponsor, what is this $300? She said, I have no idea. Go cash that check and we will figure it out later. I was like, got it. We can do this. But I still didn't understand network marketing. So when I hit Emerald, I opened my first book, Rock Your Network Marketing Business by Sarah Robbins. And it's like the heavens opened up and I realized, oh my gosh, this is an actual thing. This is an actual thing that people are doing and have been doing. And this is something that I'm so glad that I found. So just off the top of my head, and I'll give you guys a list later if anybody needs it. Beach Money by Jordan Adler, The 4-Year Career by Richard Brooke, Flip Flop CEO by Janine Finney, Best Worst First, has a few different authors. Those were some of the books that when I got my hands on them at Emerald, I was like, hallelujah. This is amazing. Everybody needs to do this. And it really lit my fire for sharing what we have in network marketing, and the fact that I was now able to retire from those 12-hour night shifts as a labor and delivery nurse, and I'm home with my babies, and we became a debt-free family. We built an orphanage in India and fully support 51 kids every single month. You know, I could just go on and on and on and on. I'm going to keep talking faster because I want you to know all of those things. So if your belief scale, you're like, products, I'm a 10, network marketing, 11, compensation plan, I'm getting paid, 10, 10, 10. You got all these things going, and then we get to yourself. And you're like, well, I hope I can do this. Well, I really want to do this, but can I do this? And that's when we start worrying about what we say when we talk to ourselves. And if we had to get up close and personal, and if I made every single one of you turn your video screen on and specifically asked you, do you believe that you deserve success? Do you believe that you are worthy of being a gold, an emerald, a diamond? Do you know that you are a 10 and that you can do this? I would almost guarantee, with as many calls as I've done and talked about this, most of you are probably going to hang out in the 5 to 6 category if we're lucky. And there are some of you who don't think you can, or even if you hope you can, you are surrounded by people in your life that tell you you can't. And I'm here to tell you that until you take this belief scale right here, and until you find a way to increase your belief in saying, I can do this, I deserve to do this, I'm worthy of the success this will bring when I do this, you can do every single IPA challenge that there ever was. And there's some really good ones on this team. And if you don't believe that you deserve that success, you are not going to be as successful as God wants you to be, or be able to step into those strengths that I know each and every one of you have. So what did that look like for me? I'm not recommending this, but for the entire first year of my business, my husband did not support me. He didn't see the value in me doing meetings and me, always being on my phone. And I literally had to dig at a deep place and really push back a little and say, I believe that God placed this in my life for a reason. And I believe that I can do this. Now, I will tell you, I have the most amazing parents. They've been married forever, over 46 years. And my dad always told me, I believe you can do anything you set your mind to. I was homeschooled. And so I'm ready to conquer the world just with the upbringing that I had. But there was some wavering. It's really tough to be in that, marriage relationship where I was working on hard, big goals, and I was sleeping with the enemy. I'm like, dang, I'm married to this guy and I don't like him because I really want to do this Plexus thing and he's not supporting me. I dug so deep and surrounded myself. And I'm telling you, before I even found somebody that I could call a mentor, those books that I was reading, I was like, Richard Brooke, you're my mentor. Jordan Adler, you're my mentor. I used those books to speak into my life and to surround myself with deposits into my belief bank. And every single time I read a story about somebody who had done this, every time I listened to a podcast about somebody who had overcome adversity, every time I put that dang DVD on or CD and had my traveling university with my minivan with the kids taking a nap in the back seat, those all deposited belief into my belief bank. And I went from a 3 to a 5 to a 6. And eventually, when I bought that sapphire blue dress in a size 6 and I hung it up on my door, and I was like, I'm walking across that convention stage as a sapphire ambassador. It's going to feel amazing. It's going to look amazing. It's going to smell amazing. It's going to be the most amazing thing. I visualized it into being, and it happened. And it was the most amazing thing ever. But I will tell you, even now, 10 years in as a Diamond Ambassador, my belief wavers. And every time I allow something to speak into my mind that isn't truth or that isn't something that I should allow, I set that boundary and I decide I'm going to go back to whatever I need to do to fill my belief tank, right? Just like my kids. I teach my kids about the trust bank. If you do things that build trust, I'll give you more bigger things. You can ride your bike in the neighborhood and then you do great with that and you stay within your boundaries. I might let you go to the next neighborhood. You put those deposits into that trust bank. It's the same way with your belief bank. Now, I'm here to tell you, if you take the time and evaluate each of those areas, all 5 of those areas, and figure out where you are on that scale, I want you to grab an accountability buddy or your sponsor or your jewel upline and say, you know what, my belief is a little bit shaky in this area. Can you point me in the direction of how I can get some deposits into my belief bank? And I'm telling you, the hard work of working on yourself with personal growth and development, it's daily. And nobody's going to check in on you. They're not going to say, did you read for 20 minutes before bed instead of watching Netflix? I made a choice at Pushing for Emerald that I was going to turn off my TV and trade my American Idol and Parenthood 2 hours, every sit down, and trade that for listening to things that were going to help me grow my business. I have this sticky note on my computer and it says, is it getting you closer to your goal? Is what you're choosing to do. And if the answer is yes, keep doing it. But for me, sitting down watching all of those shows that I DVR'd after the kids went to bed, that wasn't getting me closer to my dreams. It wasn't getting me closer to being debt free. It wasn't getting me closer to helping people live the life of their dreams. So I have I know I should probably stop talking now, but I do have one more thing. If I have 5 more minutes, I have one more thing. Jennifer, can I have 5 more minutes?
Yes, I'm going to say this really quick. I think this is so timely because you said even a Diamond Ambassador has those moments of belief. I mean, I felt myself almost start crying when you said it doesn't matter how much that you do if you don't have that belief in yourself. And then you said, do you feel that you're worthy of that success? And are you fearful of that success? And I just looked at all of these faces, and I know a lot of these people have been doing this business for a year or maybe 2 years. And they say, well, if it hasn't happened now, isn't that proof that I'm not worthy of it or that I can't have it. So it just got my heart like thinking, like, don't you just want to grab people and say, you can do it? Do you feel that way, Sarah, ever? Or grab yourself and shake yourself? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Hit us with your one more thing.
Okay. So I will tell you, everybody comes to this journey with their own set of variables. And my husband has a brilliant blog post on this when he used to blog. So long story short, he saw the error of his ways. We were literally driving. So I live on the North Shore of Lake Pontchartrain, and we drive across the lake to New Orleans, Louisiana. And we had to drive across the lake to pick up my first Lexus. And we were driving across on that huge long bridge to go pick up my Lexus. And my husband turned to me and he said, I guess this is going to work out okay. So I was going to pick out my first Lexus when he finally, anyway, once he jumped on board, he was all in. He went to Emerald himself with my help, but he started, drinking his pink drink at work and all that good stuff. But he started blogging. So he has a 3-year window when he wasn't writing his book where he blogged about Plexus. It just is a really good perspective of you all have your own unique experiences, your own unique network, your own unique influence within that network. Wherever you start, we all have different starting points, but you can still move forward and get where you need to be. Some of us jump in because we've already got huge trust with a big network and lots of influence. Some of us have to develop that, but that it's an area of, if you're willing to do this, we've got time, because I don't know anywhere where, even if it took you 5 years to get to Emerald, I wasn't making raises as a nurse, punching a time clock, and I could only work 12-hour shifts, and I was usually there for 14, and I wasn't getting paid for the extra time that it took me to chart. So anyway, that's another call. So one thing that I learned, so I'm yellow, I'm 2 on the Enneagram. I am like all these warm, fuzzy, people-pleasing words of affirmation, tell people that they're wonderful. And one thing that I really pivoted in my business that was huge and honestly transformational was I figured out that I was loving people where they were, feeling like I didn't need to push at all. And I've never felt salesy. I've always felt confident and passionate in sharing, but I did a lot of the, let me know if you have time, I'd love to chat, and when I realized that what I have is worth having and is worth having now, when I started asking a few really key questions, it turned around for me for a call to action to actually get people to jump on board with me. So when somebody used to ask me, how much is that welcome pack? I would say, well, what are your health goals? And then they would let me know, well, I want healthy weight loss. And so this is what I learned to say. My favorite is the Renew You welcome pack. For the goals that you've shared with me, that welcome pack is $199, but right now it's on sale for $179 with the coupon code. Does that sound like something you can do? Now, that one question for me was amazing, because if they say yes, I say, great, here's my website. This is what you're going to do. You're going to click to enroll and you're going to get this welcome pack. If they say no, then I say, okay, I understand. I'm on a budget too. And I remember when $199 felt like a lot. We do have the Renew You Basics, and it's $99, which right now it's on sale for $89. Does that sound like something that would fit better in your budget? Most of the time they would say yes. So we literally breezed through the I started with the $199 welcome pack, but just asking that one question, does that sound like something you could do? They either say yes or no. If they say no, I still can't do the $89. Totally cool. I understand. We have a 3-day challenge coming up next week, and guess what? It is 4 of my favorite products for $19.95, free shipping, and you get a $20 coupon. It's like a win-win-win. I would love to get you started on those products for 3 days. How does that sound? Okay, so we're literally walking them through, and they're going through the sales funnel. Does that work? Nope. Does that work? Nope. Does that work? Okay. And we give them an opportunity at every spot to get off the train wherever the stop is. Now, a lot of times when I lead like that, they're like, okay, that sounds great. I want that one for $179 because it's all the things. And I sign people up with a $199 welcome pack quite a bit. or if they need to, go down. So that one question is huge. And the next one, if you get really good at the question, if I, would you, permission marketing 101, we always can leave the ball in their court. If I could share a way that you could get your products paid for, would you be open to hearing about our May bonuses that we have going on right now? Right? And they could say, yep, I'd love to hear about the bonuses. And we would go on to let them know that they're going to enroll it as an ambassador. And then they're going to grab 3 buddies and they're going to enroll as ambassadors and they're going to rock and roll with their bonuses. If they say no, which I've actually never had somebody say no, they don't at least want to hear about it. But that could go anyway. If I could share with you XYZ, would you? If I could share with you a way that I think we could get some of these health issues under control, would you be open to hearing about a few of my favorite products? That doesn't sound salesy, right? That doesn't sound pushy. That doesn't sound like puking plexus on somebody. If I could share with you a super awesome 2-minute video about some of my favorite products, would you be able to watch that now? So just creating that little bit of call to action and urgency. Now, I will tell you guys, I have somebody, hey, I've been thinking about you. If I sent you a video that we did about some people your age that are doing this business, would you be open to watching it? She said yes. I sent her the video and now we're like a week past. I've followed up 3 times. Hey, I'd love to hear what your favorite part about that video was. I'm being ghosted. Hey, did you have a chance to watch that video? Like, it happens to the best of us. But here's what I want you to know. If you believe in yourself and you believe that what you have is good and you believe that you're sharing because it's our responsibility to share the gift of plexus, you're not going to be like, oh my gosh, what are they thinking about me? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I messaged them. Why did I do that? You're not going to be downing yourself. You're not going to be second guessing yourself. You're just going to roll to the next person, right? And when the timing's right for them, then it's all good. Now, when all else fails and you reach out to somebody with an if I, would you, I want you to remember they might just be like Sara Marble and they may have read the message and then had 5 other windows pop up and they forgot to respond to you. They may have their 8-year-old who has their phone who is looking at all the messages but not actually reading them or telling mom that they got a message. Like, there are so many things that are not being rejected, you being rejected. There are so many things that could be going on and has nothing to do with anything about you messaging them and asking them about plexus. So don't let your mind go to the negative. Assume that they have a gorgeous baby in their lap and they just can't get back to you right now, right? So that is all it. And now I talked so long that I bumped Jennifer off the Zoom. So that's what I've got.
Thank you so much. Oh my word. I have notes in between this one. I have notes galore. Could you just real quick pop those books into the chat for everyone?
Yes.
And wow, I'm just like, my brain is just throbbing. I'm so excited. Jennifer said goodbye, everyone. She had to jump on the team call at 9.
I feel terrible. I literally feel so terrible.
We're all good. She did say she's going to do the first 3 people. Let me read this right. The first 3 people to send their belief scale in the 5 categories to her wins a gift card. So she wants you to send the scale in all 5 categories. And she is putting this in there.
I can send you,
Awesome.
Caitlin, I can send you, if everybody can't copy it fast enough. Up CEO. So best, worst, first is awesome and a really easy short read. I honestly, like, I could give you a list of, and then Rock Your Network Marketing Business was my favorite. By Sarah Robbins.
Yes, she's awesome.
And that was the one that really opened my eyes for, it doesn't have to be hard. We don't have to overcomplicate things. It's a business. It's okay to talk about it. It's okay to be excited about it. All of those good things. So
Awesome.
sorry I hogged all the time. Thank you for having me.
Okay, you can hog our time whenever you want, for goodness sake. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for jumping on. And I look forward to all of us applying all of this to our business.
Awesome. Good night, guys.
Good night.